Don't sneak up on me like that. These hands are registered weapons in at least 6 continents. Anyways, I'm your host, Mike Birr, and welcome to my Birrvival Guide to the Northwest. Today we find ourselves in the wonderful wilds of, wherever I am. As you can see, it's the dead of winter, and I'll have to think on my feet in order to survive. First things first in surviving this winter wonder hell, starting a fire. Luckily for us, I just happened to come across some Mike Birr brand kindling, some Mike Birr brand fire paper, and a Mike Birr brand lighter. Hopefully with these crude materials, I can start a fire by nightfall. My next challenge will be to try and get some shelter. I could make a snow fort, but I left my gloves at home and my hands would get really cold. Now let's assume for obvious reasons that I forgot my Mike Birr brand survival tent. In that situation, I'm gonna have to survey the area and find a place of shelter for the night. Alright, I think this will make suitable shelter for the night. But we have to be careful to make sure it's not inhabited by any native inhabitants. Brown bears, black bears, just really any type of bear. Jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Let this be a lesson to you viewers at home. When starting a small warming fire in the living room of your shelter, be sure to remove all flammables and line the fire with a layer of rocks to prevent flare-ups. Nature is forgiving, that's all I can say. Now, finding freshwater sources can be the difference between life or death when surviving the Northwest. That's poison. There's a dead caribou or something like a mile away. As the sun goes down, the hunt for protein becomes more and more essential to survival in the Northwest. I set up some traps earlier. Let's see if I caught anything. This appears to be an American cheeseburger, hunted nearly to extinction for their pelts. However, out here in the Northwest, I don't see any need for it, so. What a pickle? Oh, fuck that. I don't want pickles. Ugh. Now, the most important thing about surviving in the wild, and if you take nothing away from this episode, remember this. When you're this far away from civilization, you have to acquaint yourself to the indigenous people of the land. I've been tracking this particular native for half an hour, and I don't think they've spotted me yet. I waited for an hour like this for the native to make his move, but he was on me like a hawk. Eventually, I was forced to make my move first. Mike! Birr! Mike! Birr! Mike! Birr! Mike Birr! Birr! Well, that does it here for us at Mike Birr's Birrvival Guide to the Northwest. Be sure to tune in next week when we unravel the mysteries to the Sahara Desert. Sahara Desert? How am I supposed to go to the Sahara Desert? It's guide to the Northwest. The Sahara Desert's too hot. The joke of my name being Mike Birr is that it takes place in cold locations, like in the Northwest. Why would I go to the Middle East or wherever the Sahara is if it's not cold there? There's no ice there, Reuben.